The bridge connects downtown Brooklyn to the right with the Civic Center, off to our left where there are government buildings. The one that's of note has a gold statue off to our left. On top of it, the statue is called Civic Fame. That's the municipal building. When the Brooklyn Bridge opened, it put 18 ferry companies out of business overnight. It was no longer necessary to travel across the river in a boat. You could do so on a bridge. Completed in 1883, built by 1,000 men over a 14-year time period. This is the Brooklyn Bridge. Has anyone here on the boat walked across the bridge? One person. Two. Oh, come on, dude. 3, 4. Okay, that's smattering. Well, tonight. 5. Thank you, Michigan. You guys are going to Baltimore to see the Lions playing on tomorrow. Road trip. 1-1 start. We're rough. We beat up on the Bears, though, right? That's all that counts. Get your cameras ready. Here's a nice photograph of the Brooklyn Bridge. Over your left shoulder, look backwards over your left shoulder with the bridge and One World Trade Center. Back out. Ready? 3, 2, and 1. Photograph. There you go.
세 개가 하나로 길로 만든다.
So use the additional bridges in front of us is what's known as bridge number 3, the Manhattan Bridge, built in 1909 that carries trucks, buses, cars, subways, and bicycles. The Manhattan Bridge in front of us was in a movie called John Wick Chapter 2 with Keanu Reeves. Sometimes we hear or see a subway train crossing the bridge. Subway is used by about 4 million people a day in New York City. Not many people own cars. Only 20% of adults with driver's license in New York City own a car. I'm in my early 60s. I just bought my first car last year. So you can live an entire life without a car. You don't need one. Now that I have one, I love my car. In the distance to the left, there's another bridge. That's Williamsburg Bridge. In the distance, that too crosses the East River. That was built in 1903. As we turn, the neighborhood Dumbo straight in front of us, an old Irish neighborhood that the immigrants worked docks. We get a great view of the skyline of Manhattan off to our right again. Dumbo has a lot of good restaurants, including a pizzeria called L&B Spumoni Gardens. Tourists often say, postcard Tim, what's the best pizzeria in New York City? And I often say it's the one that you're closest to. You walk in, buy a slice, and then you come out and pretend it was a fancy pizzeria. To our left, as we pass under the Brooklyn Bridge, is a neighborhood called Fulton Ferry Landing. Beyond it, we see a building that has a red sign on the top. To the left, that's the beginning of Brooklyn Heights, a fancy neighborhood where Matt Damon lives, also Jennifer Lawrence, Paul Giamatti, Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones, Paul Rudd, and others. To the right of that building, to the left that has the red sign, there's a glassy apartment building with trees on it. Just to our left, that's where a famous rapper lives, who's not like us. Kendrick Lamar lived in the building to the left. Ed Sheeran, a singer who I've never heard and never will, lives in the same building. He's taking a picture of his friend. Very nice. Well, thank you.